We back, man. Sorry for the long wait, man. In the Zone podcast. It's been a little minute. You know, life been going on. I feel like I say that every other week, but life been real out here, man.
It's hard out here, just, nigga, man. For a black man in America, it's hard.
Yeah, you know, don't get me started, but so we back. You know, Say Rich, Santos,
I know me.
AKA.
I feel as though I got like 8 nicknames.
Nah, you got too many mantras, bro.
Mantras? I feel as though they're alter egos.
That's what you want to call them, bro.
That's a different segment for a different.
That is a whole different segment. That'll take us about a half hour, 40 minutes.
Maybe. I'm not going to incriminate myself, so.
Please don't.
I'm not.
Please don't.
Shout out to the special lady out there.
Yeah. So about the college football playoffs, that's coming up. That's coming up in a couple weeks. Man. It's about to go down. I'm gonna hand it over to him. More his dope baby, but we gonna talk about the college football playoffs today.
Oh man.
We got LSU, the Nation, Clemson, and Oklahoma.
The Nation.
Yeah, man. So
is Mama Nation? They playing?
Wow.
They got beanbags at halftime and shit.
Heard that?
Farrakhan preaching?
You on your mans?
Bro, he said the Nation. I know the Nation. You know, right on, good brother. Bro, the Nation you talking about? I'm just, what Nation?
Buckeye Nation. I mean, come on, man.
Yo, I promise you, I didn't know. I thought that was like the Ohio State University. That's all I knew. There's something else? I didn't know.
Ohio State, since this man wanted all the semantics.
Right.
Done? Go ahead.
I didn't know.
What
I didn't know. I'm just saying.
Can we get into
you gonna tell people what you said earlier?
What I said earlier?
Boy was scared. Hey, yeah, you did.
Come on, what?
You talking about the playoff. I said, how you feel about?
I mean, we still got 3 more weeks for the playoffs, though.
I'm just saying. I said, how do
I'm not
feel?
Too. That's what
You said, can I talk? Can I talk?
I'm just saying, you said scared.
No, I said, how do you feel about the draw against Clemson?
You was like, that. Did you ask me that?
Yo. You're going to sit here on live TV and live?
Live TV.
It's live. It's recorded.
Yeah.
So it's live.
Live on what?
It's live. This is brought to you by Nestle Pro Life.
Wow.
Keeps you.
Now we go get sued.
My nigga, watch. My company got a contract with Nestle, so we can finesse that. But that's a different story for different.
They want to come over and take the sponsorship.
I'm not taking no weak ass sponsorship. I'm about Crunch bars. I'm not about to. Nah, B. Hell no. Wow. I'm not selling out for the man like that. I'm not selling out for the man.
I just lost Twix, Snickers, all that shit, man.
You the left side, the right side of Twix. Cause you know they got a left. You know they got a left only bag.
I got the I had it right there.
Why am I not surprised? you know, I would have had the left. You know.
Here we go.
But
can we get back to the college football?
Yeah. Tell the people why you feel.
Why you feel? Can you get your predictions? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, my predictions?
Yeah, because I genuinely don't know what you're talking about.
I hate to say it. I think Clemson gonna win it all.
You hate to say it? Well, I'm not surprised.
Cause I'm
had this conversation about Clemson and the talent they got.
I'm like low key on every other, whenever Miami's not playing, I'm an LSU fan. So.
But you think Clemson?
I think Clemson.
Top LSU?
Only reason why, because remember when the Eagles won the Super Bowl?
Unfortunately.
And they had that whole feeding off the underdog shit.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I feel as though that's what Clemson got going on for them right now. It's like,
so?
They ain't play nobody. And they shouldn't even be there.
I don't
like
know
a 2-loss Georgia should be like. I done heard a whole bunch of nut shit. And it's like, because technically, if you look at it, if this was the BCS era, they wouldn't be playing for the championship, which is nuts to me.
That wouldn't be nuts to me. Because they would. You could. There's no way you can say they're a top 2 team.
I can't say that.
I
can't say on a neutral field. I can't say that.
But my thing is, I'm saying.
But what
I'm
saying,
saying having a chance to win.
Yeah.
Or I'm talking about based on the season. There was no way you could say.
Let's go back to last year. Look at their schedule this year. I already know their schedule. Look up their schedule from this year, and then look up their schedule from last year, and tell me besides Bama, who was their biggest win last year?
Last year,
everybody knew Notre Dame getting in the playoff was a fluke, and they proved that.
Yeah.
They really didn't play. They played Texas A&M last year. They played Texas A&M this year. They thought when they signed that contract that it would be a good game, but come to find out, Texas A&M was ass. So it really didn't help their cause. They play South Carolina every year because that's their rivalry game. South Carolina beat Georgia this year. It was a top 4 team.
So your argument is they scheduled last year.
They didn't play nobody last year. There wasn't no questions about the schedule, but all of a sudden because Ohio State had a good ass schedule and beat everybody, and LSU had a good ass schedule and beat everybody. Their schedule is becoming a problem where last year their schedule was never a problem.
But see last year.
And Notre Dame had a crazy ass schedule last year.
But last year the thing is this. But last year.
And Trevor Lawrence didn't even start half the year.
But also, there was no teams where you could be like they was that much better than Clemson, or they had a better record.
I can't say that now,
bro. There's no way you can say they should be ahead of LSU.
No, I'm not saying they should be ahead. I'm not saying they should be ahead. I'm just saying on a neutral field, you can't just automatically put Clemson as an underdog because they ain't play nobody. They ain't play nobody last year. You know what I'm saying? That's everybody's argument because they ain't play nobody this year.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that.
Because they ain't play nobody this year. I'm like, they ain't play nobody last year. Their biggest win last year was Bama. I think that was their only ranked opponent last year.
Nah, they played BC and
BC is at Boston College?
Yeah, I mean it was ranked at the time. And they played NC State.
No.
You said ranked opponent. I'm just telling you who was ranked.
Because
I'm just telling you who was ranked. That's it.
Because them niggas ain't ranked this year. So, but they played the same schedule basically last year, this year.
Nah, yeah, facts. And the only
literally the same team.
I mean,
they had a close win against Syracuse last year. They had a close win against North Carolina this year. Yeah. Every other game was a blowout, right or wrong.
Yeah, blowouts. They thumped on Virginia. Texas A&M wasn't a blowout, but
which one? Last year or this year?
This year, they won 24-10.
14 points.
I mean, I don't. My thing with Clemson is it's hard for me to go with that underdog story because I don't give a fuck who roster you put them up against in college football. They got one of the most talented rosters in football.
I want people to start realizing that, but they just keep.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
and no offense to Ohio State fans, but that's who I'm hearing it from.
I'm not surprised.
Ohio State fans, because I look not you, and maybe you are scared, but I know some Ohio State fans that is scared shitless to play Clemson.
Nah, I mean, what he was talking about earlier, I'll be honest now, I did say going into the playoffs, I am a little nervous of us going at Clemson, man. We had a tough schedule this year. We didn't grind out some tough games. But, like, coming out of that Wisconsin game.
That's a different beast.
That Wisconsin game did not have me, I don't want to say exposed, but I'm just like, if we're going to come out flat.
Against like a Clemson, yeah.
It's like that. There's no way we get back in that game like that. Wisconsin, that's a team we dominated earlier in the season, and then we come back in the championship game and really.
They had to come back.
Struggle. I mean, second half we dominated the game, but.
That they only had at one point like 23 yards.
Yeah, we dominated the game in the second half, but it's like that shouldn't even got to that.
But I also.
And it's like when you do stuff like that close to the playoffs. You know, coaching staff, you building bad habits, but also you giving the team a blueprint.
True.
I would take, if I'm Clemson coach, I'm taking that first half film and I'm studying everything Wisconsin did.
I don't think they can study because it's two different styles of play that they're going. I would study personally the first half, the first quarter of Michigan and the second half of Penn State when Penn State put in their backup, or the first. Yeah. Because that's more so what Trevor Lawrence is going to do. They have, literally what nobody don't want to talk about, they have the best receiving core in the nation. But nobody want to mention it.
Yeah.
the niggas that balled on Bama last year came back this year.
And that's the crazy part. I don't see how you can count this team out. They got a lot of returning players from the championship.
Clemson lost their defensive line. Granted, they were all first round draft picks, except for one, but he failed a drug test, which is retarded. The other three were first round draft picks, so that says something. They're back 7 this year, probably like 4 going to be in the first round. More than likely. For Clemson. It's ridiculous.
They deep, bro. That's how you call them underdog.
No, you know football.
That's what I'm like. I don't know how
it's the biased Ohio State fans.
I'm biased.
It's the biased LSU fans. It's like, because I think those fan bases know what Clemson presents. They know, and then Dabo Swinney is just feeding his players that they saying I shouldn't be here. And as a football player, that's all I need to hear. Yeah, especially if I know I'm nice, that's all I need to hear.
Of course. And definitely when you're looking at it, you got a roster, and you're looking at it, it's like, this is arguably the best roster in college football. Exactly. So it's like, and we don't belong to be here because of our record, our schedule. And it's like, we don't prove last year that we belong to be here. And has the Clemson been in the championship?
They've been in the playoffs. They've been in the playoffs
every 3-4 years since they started.
Every year except for one. Them and Bama got in the very first year. Game, what? Championship year would be the last.
If they go this year, what?
Because they lost to Bama. Beat Bama. Then this year would be
the 4th, right?
Yeah, the 4th in a row, which is nuts.
What else you gotta prove?
But I also told you this is the battle of the kids from Georgia because Justin Fields is from Georgia, and so is Trevor Lawrence. So it's like, and then if y'all win and then LSU wins, it's like
the only thing the
battle of Ohio State. Because Joe Burrow is from Ohio State, what a lot of people don't realize. And then him playing his hometown team that he wanted, but like they didn't give him a chance to play. It's like the optics and the storylines off the field is what's going to make. You got Jalen, which is the quietest, but he's the one player who's played in all 4 championship games. I mean, made it to the playoff 4 years in a row. Yeah, the only player to do that.
Experience. And it's crazy because nobody talking about Oklahoma. But I expect LSU to honestly.
LSU can put up 70.
I expect LSU to fuck.
Because if Baylor almost took them to overtime with their 3rd string quarterback.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow might baptize these niggas, bro. And it's in Atlanta?
Yeah, he's gonna have a field day, which tomorrow he's gonna be presented the Heisman Trophy Award.
Unanimous.
I'm gonna say that first.
Honestly,
yeah, Joe Burrow.
It should be unanimous. Which I will say this with the caveat though, that does not make him the best player in college football. That makes him.
You feel like the best player in college football?
I don't think it's close. Grant Delpit. Nah, it's what's his name? What's his last name? His name Chase Young. That's his name. I forgot.
Think so?
I know so. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say Chase Young is gonna be better than Joey Bosa. I don't know if he's gonna be better than Nick.
I like how you did that.
He's gonna be better than Joey Bosa.
That's.
I mean, was I wrong about either of the Bosas though? I told you Nick was
Bosas though.
I told you Nick was gonna be better than Joey, right?
That's a fact.
I told you. No, I said that his freshman year.
No, you did.
And everybody laughed at me until slowly but surely,
that's same blood though. You Chase, but Chase Young a monster though.
Chase Young different, but I just feel
he's a monster.
Like that first half in the Wisconsin game.
I just wish he had some type of scandal to where he could drop.
Scandal?
Something.
Nah, that shit was already cleaned up.
Something like that.
That shit was already cleaned up.
Something, Chase. 40.
What, 32?
Somewhere with some of my Niners can grab you now. Fall somewhere so my Niners can grab you.
Keep doing what you're doing. Atlanta's gonna be there. Okay? Atlanta.
Just like old days, you and Nikki.
Atlanta is gonna be there.
I wouldn't mind
Trust me.
I wouldn't mind that.
I want Jonathan
Taylor. Are y'all going Taylor?
I want Jonathan Taylor. Which is another question. Who do you think is better? Bias aside, Jonathan Taylor or J.K. Dobbins?
Taylor.
All right.
Hands down. Hands down, would be the best back in the nation.
That's all I need to know because you know the boy, you know the two boys I'm talking about.
Yeah,
they Ohio State fans.
I already know.
And they play in the flag league. They play in the flag league with us.
They play in the flag league with us?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about? I'm thinking you talking about someone we got in an argument with on Facebook.
Oh. Nah, he drunk too.
Yeah, it's crazy. I be debating with
But these two said J.K. Dobbins is a better back. No, I'm gonna go a step further to what they said. They said Jonathan Taylor was Monte Ball 2.0.
Wow.
I said, wow.
Really?
I said, wow.
You gonna tell me on Cam who said that? I got an idea who I think said it.
You know exactly who said it. They play for the Nomads.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. But that's crazy. It's exactly what I was thinking about too.
Drunk.
Bro, that's crazy. Nah.
I'm sorry, J.K. Dobbins. Last year had when the offenses is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I think he barely went over. I think he had 1,070 yards last year. This year he's like fourth or fifth in the nation in rushing, which I'll give him credit for. But Jonathan Taylor last year had the quietest 2,000 yards I think I've ever seen in my life. He had 2,000 yards and nobody talked about it. Bro, he wasn't a Heisman finalist. He wasn't.
J.K. my boy.
It's not close.
Yeah, it ain't.
Not to mention, he's the only weapon on Wisconsin. You stop Jonathan Taylor, you stop Wisconsin. It's not that hard. You can stop J.K. Dobbins and Ohio State still put 40 on your head.
Yeah,
you put Jonathan Taylor in Ohio State's offense. Oh my God.
We like that sometime in the nation.
Just imagine putting Jonathan Taylor in Ohio State's offense this year or last year.
Woo. Yes.
He's probably a Heisman finalist.
Yeah, we'll probably have 3 of them.
He's probably, especially this year.
We'll probably have 3 of them.
Because your offense would be the best offense in the nation. It wouldn't even be close. And even though I think I like top 5, but still, it wouldn't be close.
Somewhere.
It wouldn't be close. J.K. may be a better pass catcher, but I don't even think that's true. Because Wisconsin don't use the running backs in the passing game.
That's hard to say because they don't use it, and we use J.K. a lot in the
That's what I'm saying.
So it's
I use
this right now for what we from eye test. Yeah,
I use this example. James White, Corey Clement, and what's the dude from the Melvin Gordon?
Mm-hmm.
All 3 went to Wisconsin. All 3 went well over 1,000 yards. All 3 didn't. All 3 had questions coming in about their pass catching ability. All 3 in the league have proven to be great pass catching backs, especially James White.
I was about to say James White. That's all he really is now is a pass.
Melvin Gordon is probably the 2nd or 3rd best pass catching back in the league, and then Corey Clement, he's as quiet as it's kept. He's caught the touchdown in the Super Bowl off of a crazy route. Yeah, so it's like Wisconsin doesn't use their backs to catch the ball.
Yeah.
They run like an old pro style system. That's like the 80s pro style system. I don't even know what the fuck that is. But so it's like Jonathan Taylor going in, I think he's gonna in the draft, he might please come in.
Hey bro.
Please come on.
I mean, he ain't gonna fall.
He not.
All I need is a scandal. 28, we'll take you. Ooh, Fran, we'll take everybody, bro.
I hear you. I don't need everybody.
What we doing?
Who you LSU or Oklahoma to get back on track?
I already told you.
Oh.
I got LSU dumping on Oklahoma.
So
I don't think it's honestly, this college playoffs to me is really just who gonna play LSU in the championship. So I'm looking at it because between Ohio State and Clemson,
I think they may beat up each other so much that it's gonna help out LSU.
Yeah, it might honestly
And LSU gonna have a home.
I'm telling you now.
LSU gonna have a mean home game in that championship because they play in New Orleans too. Oh my God.
I'm gonna be stressed out. So I got LSU. To me, I had told you before. Yeah. You asked me did I feel like they was gonna move LSU up to the number 1 spot, which hurt my feelings because I felt like if we get the number 1 spot, it'd have just been who coming to play Ohio State. I think
that's why I asked. Oklahoma. But I also said I think what I thought what they admitted to doing it was their
recency bias.
It was their fifth. It was their 5th opponent in the top 10 that they had played.
Yeah.
But I think I had played 4 in the top 10, but both played like 5 in the top 25. But like that was their 5th in the top 10. Yeah. So it's like, okay. Then they beat Bama, the number 1 team, at home. They blew out Georgia.
Dumped on them.
Which was basically a home game.
Yeah.
And it was a top 4 seed, and like it was a game that like everybody watched. And then y'all struggling against Wisconsin early didn't really help.
That's what made it worse.
So it's like
y'all
just adding
it made Georgia for like a D2 team and then struggling with Wisconsin, a team we blew out earlier in the season. It's like, but I said it though. I told you in the group chat. I said, bro, I didn't personally agree with it. I didn't agree, but I knew it was going to be LSU 1, us 2. Clemson 3, and then it was like a toss-up of who they was going to put in at 4, but I figured it was going to be Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. Only because it's going to be hard to argue for 2 lost teams like Georgia. You know, I think Georgia's a better team than Oklahoma. Yeah. I think they are. Yeah, but I think they're better than
Utah.
Oklahoma. They got the shirt and stick that they had to play
killed themselves.
Yeah.
Because they would have, if they'd have just lost 1 game, they'd have been straight. Mm-hmm. But Utah lost to, I think, the third string to USC.
And then Bama with that cupcake schedule, as soon as they played somebody, got thumped on. But we ain't gonna talk about that. That's a whole different discussion.
That's how you feel? Cupcake?
You know how to throw that in there. Yeah. I told you. We talk about it.
Butterscotch? Butterscotch?
You playing Borntown, Trent High, P-Way.
I know what Metuchen.
Metuchen too? Metuchen was on their schedule. I remember that, but that was week 6.
No, Metuchen was on their schedule.
I had Carl Anthony Towns out there.
Bum ass. Bum ass.
So, but if I had to do a prediction, and I ain't even gonna hold you all biased, man. Ohio State.
Oh, alright. He said all biased. I mean it in his heart.
Ohio State.
He a Trevor Lawrence fan. He ain't gonna admit it on camera though.
Oh no, I'm fucking with Trevor Lawrence. I'm with Trevor Lawrence though.
You fuck with Clemson as much as I do, so he ain't gonna say it.
But I'm biased, man. Ohio State 38-21. 38-34. 38-34.
I say 38-21.
I meant to say 31.
Oh, I'm like,
34. I ain't gonna no blowout. 38-31.
Whoever get the ball last to me. Unless, honestly, it's gonna come down to special teams. Games like this is gonna come down to special teams.
I think it's gonna come down to the probably better at QB. I think it's gonna be a Fields Lawrence.
Still hurt.
Yeah, he ain't 100% healthy, but you got to
MCL ain't going. I mean that, yeah, but the rest ain't even gonna do much.
You gotta do what you gotta do. It's either you play or you don't. If you gonna be on the field,
gotta play.
That's like if he gonna be on the field.
He not. I personally don't think he gonna be running all crazy like he did earlier in the year.
No,
just to save face.
Yeah,
which I think takes away a weapon.
Yeah, it definitely takes a huge element out of our game. That's probably how we fucking struggled in the first half. But yeah,
I think their DBs match up well with y'all receivers. It's just I don't know if y'all DB because y'all so small.
Outside of Okuda,
Okuda like 5'11" though, right?
Yeah.
The receiver's like 6'4".
Yeah, Okuda a dog though.
He is, but he ain't played T. Higgins yet. He ain't played T. Higgins yet, though.
We gonna see, bro.
We gonna see, because that
gonna see. So
Ross is a sophomore too.
I don't think I even gotta ask you. I know you got Clemson.
Yeah. I just said I got Clemson winning it all.
Oh, we're alright, well.
Which means they gonna bless y'all, and then they gonna beat. Oh, it's gonna hurt my heart to watch that game. I'm gonna be so upset. Because I feel as though Joe Burrow deserves it, and so do LSU, but it's just like, damn. I gotta play Clippers. Like, damn, guys. Like, that's wild.
Let's see, bro. We gonna see, yo.
Unless Joe Burrow go on this magical last run, like he been on since Texas.
I mean, you about to
listen,
tell
the people how you was wrong earlier in the year.
Oh man, there you go.
Man, niggas ain't forget. Yeah. The real fans. I know it was like I don't know what episode it was, but shout out to them boy Dan. He was there.
Yeah, Dan was there. It's good, Dan.
Tell the people what you said.
We run low on time.
No, we not. niggas want to duck the fade. Niggas want to duck the fade.
We got our predictions, championship. LSU All State, LSU Clemson. We appreciate y'all, man. Follow us on In the Zone, everything, man. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
Who gonna turn the camera on? Who gonna get up and turn the camera on? Because I'm not. We still recording.
So Josh got it. It's gonna cut off.
Josh gonna sit down. It's gonna cut off.
What you want?
I just want you to tell the people.
What am I telling them?
How you was wrong.
Wait.
The Texas game.
Did I just close? I gotta close this out again?
Yeah. Just tell them how you was wrong. He's like, I apologize to LSU.
Mama, I can tell them I'm gonna cut it out. Wow. I already closed out.
Close out again. I'm not cutting this up.
What did you get?
I got all of it.
All of what? When was I wrong?
Well, they could just go back to here.
They could.
Because you want me to react it for you? He's like, you said, man, I got Texas before we game. That's what he said.
This is what I said. I said my heart got LSU. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to take Texas with the upset. The upset. That's what I said. I take Texas. I've been trying to catch an upset sometime. Mm-hmm. That was before I knew Joe Burrow was doing. Wow, like Joe Burrow. Yeah, nice. I didn't predict Joe Burrow out this year like that. But yeah,
nice.
In the zone.
I gotta give Joe Burrow a nickname. Porn star Jimmy Sammy D.